26 everyday eating mistakes you should avoid for better health. It's easy to fall into unnoticed routines when we repeat the same actions daily. Often, we don't even realize when those habits turn into poor mealtime behaviors. Finding the right balance, choosing what to eat, when to eat, and how to eat can be surprisingly challenging. Whether it's rushing through a plate, making too much noise while chewing, or pouring coffee straight from the cafetiere, these small oversights are more common than you think. In this guide, we'll uncover the dining habits worth breaking and share simple, practical tips to make meals not only healthier but also more enjoyable for you and those around you. 26. Skipping the coffee filter. If protecting your heart is a priority, the way you brew your coffee matters more than you might think. Drinks like Turkish coffee, boiled Scandinavian coffee, or French press, cafetiere brews carry natural oils, specifically cafestal and kawiol, that research has linked to higher cholesterol levels. Espresso contains them too, though in smaller amounts. On the other hand, instant coffee and varieties filtered through paper don't have these cholesterol-raising compounds, making them a safer choice for your daily cup. 25. Constant snacking throughout the day. For years, the idea of eating small amounts frequently was seen as a smart way to manage hunger. But newer research suggests otherwise. In a study involving obese men with prediabetes, those who limited their eating to just an 8-hour window each day showed improved insulin sensitivity, lower insulin levels, and better blood pressure compared to those who spread their meals across 12 hours. Even on a simpler level, skipping snacks between meals gives your body a chance to enter a fasted state, a process linked to better overall health. 24. Eating cheese before dessert. The French may traditionally serve cheese before something sweet, but when it comes to your health, saving it for last could be smarter. Research from 2013 found that chewing cheese helps lower acidity levels in the mouth, a condition that often spikes after sugary desserts. By finishing with cheese instead of eating it between courses, you can help protect your teeth and reduce the risk of decay. 23. Being overly restrictive. Eating well is all about balance, not punishment. When you cut out every indulgence, you may actually set yourself up for stronger cravings that eventually lead to overeating. Allowing the occasional treat helps keep your diet sustainable and prevents the all-or-nothing mindset. The key is moderation. Enjoy small indulgences without guilt while keeping your overall eating pattern healthy and balanced. 22. Overdoing it on bread before the main course. That endless bread basket at the table can quickly derail healthy intentions. While having a small piece as a starter or alongside your meal is fine, doubling up isn't doing you any favors. In fact, dietitian Helen Bond recommends asking the server not to bring bread to the table at all if you find it hard to resist. This way, you'll save your appetite and your calories for the main dish. 21. Serving meals directly at the table. Sharing food family style can feel warm and inviting, but it often leads to overeating. When dishes are placed right in front of you, the temptation to keep reaching for more is hard to resist. By contrast, when second helpings require leaving the table, people tend to pause and think twice before refilling their plate. A simple shift plating meals in the kitchen instead can help you enjoy the company without mindlessly overindulging. 20. Dining out too frequently. Restaurant meals may taste amazing, but they often come with hidden costs for both your health and your budget. Many dishes are packed with excess calories and high levels of salt, which can leave you feeling bloated, thirsty, and even cause short-term spikes in blood pressure. A healthier and cheaper alternative is to recreate your favorite restaurant-style meals at home, where you can control the ingredients and portions. 19. Choosing oversized serving bowls. Portion sizes can trick the mind. Studies show that people tend to eat more when snacks or sweets are served in a large bowl, no matter how much is inside. By simply switching to smaller bowls, you naturally limit how much you eat from the start. Keeping a small dish nearby for movie nights or casual snacking is an easy way to stay in control without feeling deprived. 18. Saying yes to the combo meal. Combo deals might look like a bargain, but they often encourage you to eat more than you truly need. Bundles like a burger, fries, and a drink may seem convenient, yet they push extra calories onto your plate without much thought. A smarter move is to order items individually. You'll have better control over portions. Skip the unnecessary extras and even save a little money in the process. 17. Eating lunch at your desk. Powering through work while you eat may feel productive, but it comes with hidden risks. Studies show that keyboards often harbor harmful bacteria, including antibiotic-resistant strains like E. coli and Staphylococcus aureus, especially when food crumbs build up. And one spilled drink could easily ruin your computer. A healthier habit is to step away, eat in a break room, outdoors, or any communal space. Not only will you protect your workspace, but you'll also benefit from fresh air and a mental reset. 16. Eliminating whole food groups. Trendy diets often suggest cutting out entire food groups, but doing so can upset the balance your body needs. A varied, nutrient-rich diet is essential for long-term health. When you eliminate key foods, you increase the risk of nutrient deficiencies that could be harmful over time. Plus, strict restriction often backfires, leaving you bored, frustrated, and more likely to overindulge in the very foods you've been avoiding. 15. Turning to food for comfort. After a rough day, it's easy to reach for ice cream, chocolate, or salty snacks as a quick pick-me-up. While emotional eating can bring short-lived relief, it often leaves your health and diet worse off in the long run. A better approach is to find healthier outlets for stress, like going for a walk, journaling, or getting some exercise. These strategies not only boost your mood, but also support your well-being without the extra calories. 14. Choosing spice levels beyond your limit. Going straight for the hottest curry or chili dish might sound adventurous, but it can easily spoil your meal. A little heat can add great flavor and even give your metabolism a brief boost, but too much spice overwhelms your taste buds and may cause real discomfort. In fact, one study found that chili doesn't curb appetite by changing hunger hormones, but rather by triggering unpleasant effects like bloating and nausea, which put people off eating altogether. 13. Eating too close to bedtime. Research on late-night eating is mixed, but studies suggest that those who eat later often have poorer overall health habits. It makes sense consuming more of your calories earlier in the day gives your body time to use that energy while you're active. Eating earlier also helps prevent nighttime indigestion. The Cleveland Clinic recommends waiting at least 3 hours after a meal before going to bed to reduce the risk of heartburn. For better digestion and sleep, keep dinner lighter, ideally under 500 calories and lower in fat. 12. Eating straight from the package. Snacking directly from a bag of chips, a box of cookies, or a tub of ice cream makes it far too easy to lose track of portions, and before you know it, you've eaten more than you intended. A simple fix is to portion out a serving into a bowl or small plate before you start. This not only helps you stay mindful of how much you're eating, but also makes the treat feel more intentional and satisfying. 11. Eating without real hunger. It's easy to say yes to donuts in the office or grab a free snack with your drink, even when you're not actually hungry. But eating just because food is available can quickly add unnecessary calories. Next time temptation strikes, pause for a moment, drink a glass of water, and wait a few minutes. Often, what feels like hunger is really just thirst, and the craving may fade on its own. 10. Eating while on the go. When you eat while walking, working, or watching television, your attention is divided, and that distraction can lead to overeating both in the moment and later on, according to research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. A healthier habit is to practice mindful eating. Sit down, slow down, and focus on the food in front of you. Not only will this help you control portions, but it also makes meals more satisfying and beneficial for your overall well-being. 9. Overdoing processed meats. The World Health Organization, WHO, classifies processed meats like ham, salami, bacon, and hot dogs as carcinogenic, linking them to an estimated 34,000 cancer deaths worldwide each year. These meats are typically cured, smoked, salted, or otherwise preserved, which introduces harmful compounds. While it's best to limit your intake, if you do enjoy them, pair them with foods rich in vitamin C and polyphenols, such as spinach, bell peppers, or dark grapes. These nutrients can help block nitrites in cured meats from turning into cancer-causing nitrosamines. 8. Forgetting to chew properly. Slowing down and chewing your food thoroughly can make a big difference to how much you eat. In one study, participants who increased their bites by 50% consumed around 10% fewer calories, while those who doubled their chewing cut intake by 15%. That's about 112 calories saved. Taking the time to chew well not only aids digestion, but also helps you feel fuller with less food. 7. Skipping breakfast. Busy mornings often make breakfast the first thing to go, but skipping it can set you up for trouble later in the day. A balanced morning meal provides the energy you need to start strong. And without it, you're more likely to overeat or make less healthy choices later on. If time is tight, keep quick options on hand like yogurt with fruit, overnight oats, or a simple smoothie you can take with you. Even a small, nutritious breakfast is better than none. 6. Forcing yourself to finish every bite. Many of us feel compelled to polish off everything on the plate, even when we're no longer hungry. But listening to your body is far healthier than eating past fullness. In Japan, there's a practice called harahachi bunmi, which means eating until you're about 80% full. This mindful approach not only supports better health and longevity, but also helps you avoid that sluggish, post-meal food coma. Next time, try putting your fork down when you feel satisfied rather than stuffed. 5. Rushing through meals. Eating too quickly makes it easy to take in far more calories than your body actually needs. That's because it takes about 20 minutes for your digestive system to send "I'm full" signals to the brain. By slowing down, pausing between bites, and checking in with how satisfied you feel, you give your body time to catch up. Dietitian Helen Bond also notes that eating at a slower pace helps reduce indigestion, making meals more enjoyable in the process. 4. Double dipping in shared dips. If you're snacking alone, double dipping might not matter, but in a group setting, it's a definite don't. A 2009 study showed that crackers dipped after being bitten carried 100 to 1,000 times more bacteria into communal dips compared to untouched chips. Since our mouths host all kinds of bacteria, like streptococcus, which contributes to cavities, and viruses, including flu and even COVID-19, sharing them via dip isn't exactly appetizing. At your next party, keep it polite and hygienic by making your first dip the only dip. 3. Adding salt before tasting. Many people automatically reach for the salt shaker before even trying their food, but this habit can easily push your sodium intake over the limit. Most of us already consume more salt than recommended. For example, the average intake in the UK is about 0.3 ounces per day, compared to the advised 0.2 ounces. Excess salt can raise blood pressure and put strain on the heart. Instead, taste your meal first and only season if it truly needs it. 2. Skimping on water. Since about 60% of the human body is made up of water, staying hydrated is vital for both health and energy. Drinking roughly 8 glasses a day helps regulate mood, sharpen focus, support memory, and flush out toxins. The perks go beyond what's happening inside. Proper hydration keeps skin healthier, reducing dryness and the appearance of wrinkles. In short, getting enough water is one of the simplest ways to look and feel your best. 1. Chewing too loudly. Few dining habits annoy others more than noisy chewing. For some, especially those with misophonia, a sensitivity to repetitive sounds, it can trigger real stress, even sparking a fight or flight reaction. The solution is simple. Be mindful, keep your mouth closed while eating, and aim to chew as quietly as possible. A little courtesy at the table goes a long way in keeping mealtimes pleasant for everyone.